What is up, traders? Welcome back to FX Strategy Life. The channel will bring you insights and education about Forex trading. Today, we are going to dive into an important aspect of Forex trading, which is trading sessions. Understanding trading sessions is very crucial and important to any currency trader, as it allows them to determine the best time to trade any pair, right, to remain profitable. So let's get started. So before you dive into the specifics, we have to understand what a trading session is. I couldn't find any sensible definition on the internet, but I did find this. A trading session refers to a specific period during the day when financial institutions, for example, stock exchanges, are open for trading. So that was that. I'm very sure I couldn't find something sensible, but we get it, right? So this Forex market operates 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, but it's divided into these 4 trading sessions. They're actually 4, but some people might argue they're 3, but for the purpose of this video, we're going to stay with 4, right? So the 4 major trading sessions are the Sydney session, the Tokyo session, the London session, and the most loved session, the New York session. So now let's dive into the specifics. So as we dive into the specifics, we're going to start off with the name of the session. We're going to start off with it, and then the time of the session, and then sort of the currency pairs and some descriptions about the session, and the major currency pairs for that session, and then so that it can help you align if you want to learn, all that, right? So the Sydney session is the first session, right? It kicks off at around 10 p.m. GMT, and for the purpose of this video, we're going to stay with the 10 p.m. GMT. If you don't know the session as per your time zone, I'll link it to below on Baby Pips, which you can use. If you don't know how to use it, I might make a short video or something so that you'll be able to understand how to use it. So let's go back to the information that we're sharing right now. So the Sydney session kicks off the trading day. It starts at 10 p.m. GMT, right? And it overlaps the ending of the New York session, right? Most people didn't know this, but it actually overlaps the ending of the New York session, where the volatility of the New York session is ending. The volatility of the Sydney session is beginning, right? So this session is actually low in volatility, as not many currency pairs are actually active, or many stock exchanges. It's only, I think, the Sydney Stock Exchange or somewhere there that is actually open, right? So the currency pairs which are active in this session are AUD USD and NZD USD. They're actually active in this session. And usually when a currency pairs are active in a session, the news events for those currency pairs, they tend to be released in those sessions, right? For example, when AUD and NZD pairs are active, the news for Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar tend to be released in those sessions, right? So that's that for Sydney session. The next one we have is Tokyo session. The Tokyo session begins at 12 a.m. GMT. As the rest of the Asian market is waking up, the liquidity starts getting injected. Excuse me for that. The liquidity starts getting injected. Volatility also tends to increase, right? So the pairs or the currency pairs that are usually active are JPY crosses, GBP JPY, Euro JPY, USD JPY. They tend to be active in this session. And also the news events are released in these sessions. I could not find any other pairs, or I don't know of any other pairs. If you do know of any other pairs, just write them in the description, in the comment section, right? I couldn't find any other pairs which are active during this Tokyo session. So this is it about the Asian session. The Asian session is divided into 2, the Sydney and the Tokyo session, right? So now we move on to one of the most favorites of most people, which is the London session, where most traders are awake now, and most traders love to trade the London session. So the London session, it starts at around 8 a.m. GMT, and it overlaps with both the Tokyo and the New York session, right? So both Tokyo sessions in fact, let's just do this. Tokyo session and London session, excuse me. Tokyo session and London session, they tend to overlap into one another and thereby increasing the volume and the volatility. So the London session is considered one of the most active and liquid sessions of a session because it involves the whole European continent, right? Sorry. So it involves the European continent. So all pairs within the European continent are active. GBP, Euro pairs, CHF, all those. So those currency pairs with Euro USD, GBP USD, USD CHF, all those guys, GBP JPY, all those guys, they tend to be active and volatile. So this session also has got high trading volume, So those guys who love to trade Euro GBP and all those pairs, this is the session you have to wake up and be ready to strike. Lastly, we move on to the most loved session of all and the most volatile, and I think it's one of the sessions with the highest liquidity, which is the New York session. So the New York session starts at 1 p.m. GMT and it overlaps the end of the London session, resulting in increased volatility, right? So it's got high liquidity, I've said that, and it's attractive for most traders. Most traders that want to trade quick moves, they tend to come up at the New York session, right? Because that's where one of the most traded currencies is traded, which is the USD. And currency pairs involving the USD are active at this moment. They're very active. Euro USD, USD JPY, GBP USD, gold, AUD USD CAD, USD JPY. Also CAD pairs, they're active at this time because that's where the news events are also released. So we have covered all the 4 trading sessions. So why is it important to understand these things? So understanding trading sessions allows you to make informed decisions about your trading. So let's say you want to trade GBP pairs. You can't be awake at 12 a.m. trying to find setups for London session for GBP pairs. You have to wake up at 8 a.m. GMT and be ready to strike. And you can't expect odd JPY to move when it's the New York session, right? Because it's not very active in that session. So it takes you understanding these sessions to know where you need to trade. And it's essential. It allows you not to look like a chart zombie, when you enter a trade and then you're looking at the charts like a madman, which is great. So people usually use these sessions of when they overlap, when the Tokyo session overlaps with the London and when the London overlaps with the New York, to use these zones as trading zones, as entrance zones. When they overlap, there's high liquidity. So there are likely to be huge moves in the market. You enter at those moments and then volatility takes over, you make money, you get out. Right. So that's that. And then the essential is they help you just determine times to trade. You just can't be trading at any time. You have to trade specific zone as you trade specific currencies in order to maximize profitability. So that is all for this video, guys. I hope you found this overview, this little jumbled up overview of Forex trading sessions helpful. If you have any questions you would like me to address, please put them in the comments down below. And if you have any future videos that would like to be done, things that you don't understand, things that you want some clarity on, just write them in the comments below. I'll try to read them and respond to you all, and then try to make videos of explanations of everything. I wish you the best in your trading journey. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.